morning, folks. Jack here. It's unboxing time. Big unboxing time. Hello, YouTube. Right, unboxing day. Big unboxing day today, as you may have just heard me muttering about. We've got PRS, which is going to be a big one that we're going to come on to in a short while. But there's a brand, first of all, that we don't get to talk about very often. Music Man. Ernie Music Man. I don't remember the last time I ever saw a shipment from these guys, because they always just kind of seem to be around in quite small numbers, unfortunately. But this time, that's going to change. Hopefully these things will stick around, but not for too long, of course. So I don't know anything about what's in these boxes, so it's going to be a surprise as and when they come out. We're going to explore it together. And of course, as is usually the case with these unboxings, by the time you see this, hopefully the listing videos will be live as well, so you'll be able to hear them and see high-res images and stuff like that at the same time. So let's see how strong I'm feeling today. Right. Let's avoid any of the catastrophes I usually have, boxes falling over and stuff. Okay, I'm guessing from the case anyway, this looks like it's a Cutlass. So the Cutlass, yeah, in a bag, in a case in a bag. So the Cutlass, for those who don't know, is kind of Music Man's take on, let me get this. This is going to prove problematic, I think. I might just rip it. The Cutlass is their take on more of a vintage style design, as you're going to see as soon as I get it out of this sheath. So yeah, very cool, like a shoreline gold type finish. HSS pickup configuration, more of a vintage style trim. Looks like it's actually got the bent vintage style saddles as well. So if you're a classic sort of Fender style player and you want a Music Man guitar for the feel of the neck, that's kind of the #1 reason I think people like Music Man so much. Really nice flamed roasted maple neck on pretty much all their guitars, certainly all the Cutlass models. It's a very kind of slim, it's quite a small profile, takes a bit of adapting to, but once you do, you probably won't want to play anything else. That's kind of their MO, really. Music Man is just make very comfortable feeling guitars. You've got the extended sort of neck heel up here as well, so it's very comfortable all round. Don't be alarmed by the battery compartment. These guitars do have a little preamp in them, but it's just a very musical sounding, doesn't really hype up the tone too much. That's a classy looking guitar, I think. The nice thing about the Cutlass is they do stick to fairly conventional classic colours if you like that sort of thing. So that's good, guitar #1. I'm going to try and speed these along a bit because I know that I've got this bag hindrance now, as well as getting them all out of the boxes. So I'm going to hand this one off to James here. He's very kindly going to take the guitars to the next stage of the process. Thank you, James. Right. Let's see what's next. So, all right, this is going to be an interesting one. I'll save it for when it's actually out of the case. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, you've got the luxury of fast forwarding through all this faff, so I'll try and make this swift for Instagram. All right, very nice. No bag this time. So, I don't know if this is the most popular signature model that they do, but it's certainly up there. The Music Man JP. So this is John Petrucci's first iteration of his signature guitar. There has been a secondary iteration, the Majesty, which we'll come on to in a bit. I think there's a couple of those in here. This is the JP15, which I believe signifies the 15th anniversary of his collaboration with Music Man. It's a really cool ergonomic design, and you can kind of see how it's morphed and evolved over the years. This is the JP15 7-string. So a modern Music Man bridge, 24 frets. Really cool ergonomic control layout. So you can see these kind of arc round. So I think this is done to maximize the efficiency. I mean, if you are as efficient as John Petrucci, you don't really need to maximize anymore, but it's kind of a linear sweep that your hand makes throughout all the controls, the pickup selection. This guitar's also got a Piezo Pickup under the bridge. That's what this toggles on and off. Standard pickup selection there. I think these are the DiMarzio, are they the Crunch Lab? Crunch Lab and Liquifier, I think, is what they used to be. This could be something different. Just very comfortable, once again, a slim neck, nice and flat and wide on this 7-string. Roasted maple neck and fingerboard matching headstock. Pretty classy looking thing. So if you've been looking for a 7-string for a while, We've actually started to see quite a few more 7 strings here as we've taken on different brands, but Music Man, Petrucci, one of the originators anyway. This guitar was kind of one of the places it all started. And to make this even more special, this is a Bull Family Reserve guitar. So I've talked about the BFR stuff before. This is kind of quite limited numbers on these guitars, unique finishes usually. I don't remember the name of this one, but it will be on the website very shortly, so you'll be able to find out all the info you want to know about it on the website by the time you see this video. So that's very, very nice. Thank you, sir. Okay, let me try and tidy up some of this clutter. Okay. Right, let's try and speed through these a little bit more. I've missed Music Man. I love Music Man. I think they're a great brand. They've got really, really good product range. And the quality of everything. If you've never had one in hand, it's hard to know what I'm describing, but the quality of what they feel like is definitely goes along with the quality of how they sound and how they look. So another JP here. This looks like a JP6. Okay, this is the pickup configuration I was talking about before, the Crunch Lab and the Liquify. You can tell it's got that rail on one of the coils. Similar setup to the 7 I just showed you. Really cool ergonomic arm bevel there as well. Beveling on the front and on the back. Piezo pickup once again, and you've got individual controls there for the mix and the EQ. Really extended neck carve there, all the way up to the 24th fret. They're just so comfortable. And it's hard sometimes with these high performance guitars, sometimes you lose a little bit of the essence of the woodiness of how a guitar historically feels. I don't think Music Man ever make that compromise because they are kind of a classic guitar company through and through. They're very contemporary with most of what they do, but they've always got this classic, really nice feel, particularly to the necks and the bodies as well. You've got that elongated upper horn, so it's kind of asymmetrical. It sits quite nicely on the body. Very good design, Mr. Petrucci. And a very cool colour that as well. All right. Thank you very much. Let's see what's next. Let's do another. Okay, yeah, let's do another one of these. Okay. Oh boy. Right then. All hard cases, by the way. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like the fact that modern guitars with hefty price tags come in a gig bag, no complaints here. Right, another Cutlass, and from what I remember having before, this is one of my favourite finishes. I think it's coral red. HSS pickup set once again. I think there are 3 single coil models available. I don't know if any are on this particular shipment, but this is kind of the one you want, I think. Any push pulls? No push pulls. So it's just a standard 5-way, really classic design. Same thing as I talked about with the first guitar. So skip back if you missed that. But the Shoreline Gold esque finish. Same deal here, but in really nice coral red. Super comfortable neck. Very nice dark rosewood board as well. Very dark roasted maple on the back as well. What a good design. All right. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Right, that's 4 down. I don't even want to think about how many are left, so don't worry, you're in for a good ride today, if you will. Okay, what's this one going to be? Slippery case. Okay. Alright, this looks like it's another Majesty actually for the first time. So, let's get this out. I wonder why they do this. I don't know of any other guitar brand that puts their guitar in a bag, but... Alright, so... The Majesty, as I talked about earlier, this is the more recent iteration of John Petrucci's signature design. Even more of that kind of carving on the top, so it's even more comfortable, I think. Actually feels like it's a smaller body. I don't know if it is. Interesting little bit of case gloop on there, lovely. Similar electronic layout, slightly different revised DiMarzio pickups in these now. Can't remember the name of them. Probably along similar tonal lines to what he had before. I read that this has got digital switching now for even faster electronic changes. So between the pickups and operating the piezo pickup, it's now even slicker, even faster. And I think the bodywood is different as well. You've got basswood body on this one. Can't remember the other one. No, alderwood body on this one, basswood on the JP, I believe. So this is perhaps a little bit more mid-rangey. I'll have to test that out when I actually get to play them. Really, really light, this guitar. Shockingly light. I mean, it's very thin. It's almost like Ibanez S model kind of thinness. But it just feels a little bit more premium, I think, because of that neck join, that neck through design. Just feels a little bit more like an expensive guitar should, I feel. That's very nice. Not sure what that colour is either, but that's quite a looker. And that really cool elongated bridge as well. I mean, it houses the piezo pickup, but it's actually quite comfortable to rest your hand on that. Sometimes these guitars have very sort of small angular bridges, and I like that. I prefer that. So there you go. You've seen the two Petrucci models. Thank you. I believe there may be some others on the way. So if that's your thing, if you like the Petruccis, then looks like I've got one here actually. All right. Okay. All right, yes, so a bit of a different one here. This looks like slightly less ornate version of the JP6. So no roasted maple this time. Instant difference in the feel. Like this is a purely, I think they rub it down with gun oil, I think, their neck. So it's very, very slick, but it feels a little bit more natural, a bit more open pore on just the straight maple neck. Bolt on as well, so as opposed to that Majesty, which was neck through. But it's still really comfortable. It's got the same ergonomic body design. No piezo on this guitar, so if that's not your thing, if you're not fussed about that, you don't have that complication with that switching. Just sort of more of a stripped back approach, I guess. And it's really nice. I don't know if this is going to translate, but like a burgundy metallic finish. So I think this is probably the guitar for most people, because I think the Petrucci maybe is just a bridge too far if you're more of a classic guitar enthusiast. This one though may be the gateway. This is going to kind of tick a lot of boxes for people because it's got the Music Man comfort and tone, but it doesn't have the extraneous features that some of the others do. Hefty tremolo arm as well. That's almost as wide as my pinky. That's very, very, very cool. Very good. You know what they say about a pinky. Thank you very much. Okay. Right, this one has no demarcation on the top, so I don't know what this is going to be. I'm sure these aren't all Petruccis and Cutlasses. Ah, all right. Can work with this indeed. So this is, I'm going to say, along with the Petrucci, this is the most popular Music Man signature model that they do. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Luke, and that is a very popular guitar in its own right, but this is the James Valentine model. Immediately, this feels totally different. This feels heavier, totally different guitar design. Fixed bridge, humbucker, single coil in a humbucker casing. The necks, though, the neck is the common thread with all Music Man guitars. So if you like the feel of one guitar's neck, you're going to probably like the whole range because it's just a common thread that they have, even among all the signatures. This maybe feels a little bit heftier, more of like a traditional Fender C type profile, not quite as flat and wide as those Petrucci's. Similar stuff going on with the electronics. These guitars often have boosts on one of the push-pulls and a coil split for the humbucker on the other. That's a cool finish as well. I'm not sure what the name of that is.
I think it's gold.
Yeah, I'm going to go with gold. It's like a honeybee. That's pretty nice. Roasted maple neck again. Not quite so flamey, but just good piece of wood, that looks like. Very nice. I believe there's a few of these actually, so if you like the Valentine, now is the good time to check out the website, because there's quite a few. That's very nice. Thank you, James. All right, what have we got here? Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out. I do like the way they package their guitars. I remember buying a Music Man once. I bought a Music Man Luke, and it's a very exciting feeling getting these out, just because everything feels so premium and perfected. The cases just feel really kind of top quality. They're really thick, really hardy. Very, very nice. Wow. Okay. Let's get this out. This is a guitar I've got very, very limited experience with, but it's certainly intriguing. So this is the St. Vincent signature model. Totally different body design. I believe it's kind of a bit more ergonomic for female players, which is a very cool thing to do. Very lightweight as well. Surprisingly, for how sort of slim and delicate that body is, it's quite a hefty neck. It's somewhere between the Valentine and the Petrucci in terms of its thickness, and it's a little bit more of a V on the back. I'm not sure exactly what the profile is. All these guitars, by the way, I believe have compound radius and stuff like that. Very, very easy to play, despite whatever the neck thickness is. Really flamey piece of roasted maple on the back. That's almost the colour of rosewood. So I'm almost tempted to say that is rosewood, but I don't think it is. I think it's roasted maple, just very, very dark. Ebony board. This is the humbucking pickup variant as well. There's another one. I think it's got 3 mini humbuckers. 5-way switch. No other electronics going on there. Cool modern Music Man tremolo. That's just a really cool design. This could be the thumbnail. What do you reckon?
Perfect.
That could be a good one. Really nice colour too. They've got the right mix of things going on here, because they like the classic colours, but they look contemporary as well. So just keep doing what you're doing, Music Man. Very, very good. Thank you, sir. Have we got any questions on Instagram, by the way, as you walk past there? I don't want to miss anything, just in case, but...
On what we tasked for you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, not to worry. If you can still hear me on Instagram, and if you've got any questions, do feel free to put them in and I'll try and answer. Listening to Kiss?
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be interested.
Yes. Who's listening to Kiss? Well, whoever you are, you're wonderful. A wonderful human being. Yapo 50. Kiss is nifty. All right. Interesting case design on this one. The guitar goes the other way. I'm thinking that's because, yeah, it's a lefty. Very, very nice. So no demo of this one, unfortunately, but this looks like it's a mirror to the previous JP6 that we had, the right-handed version of. So it's the Piezo Pickup model, that cool burgundy metallic finish with the matching headstock. I don't remember if that guitar, did that have a roasted maple neck perhaps? I'm not sure. This one is just straight maple, nice dark rosewood on the board. And it's got the piezo pickup once again. So there you go. If you're a lefty Petrucci fan, or if you just want a great performing left-handed guitar, unfortunately they are quite hard to come by, but you know, here's your ticket. Very nice. I like the way it sits in the case. That's probably another shipment of something else that we'll get an unboxing done on. Right.
Expecting a lot of Ibanez today.
Lots of Ibanez today, apparently. Okay. All right. We are making a dent here, so let's find out. Okay. What's it gonna be? Wow. Wow. Okay, I want to find out what this colour is. Maybe it's in here. Some kind of information about it. I don't know. Let's see. Because that is cool. Very, very cool. No, it doesn't look like it is actually. Lots of cool little bits in that pouch though. I'm going to save those as a surprise for whoever buys it, but looks like the colour's going to be a mystery. But that is great. That's like a... Let me get it out first, then I'll start talking. That looks like a Lamborghini finish. Maybe there's some kind of car reference in the colour there, I don't know, but that is very, very cool. Definitely my favourite so far. JP6, once again. Not a roasted neck, but a very nice flamey piece. Once again, it's a piezo model. So you've got the controls down there for that. The tremolos on Music Man as well, the bridges feel unlike anything else. They're really, really stable. There's locking tuners as well, but the bridges are just so stable. They do the fluttery thing really well if that's what you like. So it's kind of like having the capability of a Floyd Rose, but without the hassle. And it looks better as well. Love that though, that's wicked. That is wicked cool. Okay. It's a lot more wieldy, at least. Very nice. Valentine, once again. I do love the colour choices that they got. That's another sort of Lake Placid without being Lake Placid. I'm not sure what the name of the colour is. I apologise to any Music Man fans out there. Let's get this flipping plastic off. There we go. Alright, so same deal as what I talked about before. You've actually got a tremolo on this. 2 push-pulls here. One splits the coil on the neck humbucker. One gives you, I think it's 20 decibel boost. So these are really good gigging guitars. Really light. Don't know if this just feels light after I just picked up a bass, but this feels like a pretty lightweight guitar. Really nice flamey roasted maple neck. That looks very, very good. So yeah, they've just got a formula that works very nicely indeed. Couple of Valentines, so that's good. If you are a fan of these guitars, as I am, then there's quite, I believe there's probably even maybe 1, maybe 2 more. So there's quite a good selection this time. Let's get rid of that one. Thank you. Let's see what this is. This is an interesting looking one. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, Luke. Let me get that box. Well held. Could have let that drop, you know. Alright. So, okay, as promised, this looks like another Valentine. No bag. Right, this one, got some different stuff going on here. So, a really nice sunburst for a start. That's kind of like BFR grade.
It is.
That's because it is a BFR. So BFR Valentine here, really nice sunburst top, torty guard, binding on the neck as well, so kind of like a classic Telly custom design there. Really thick binding as well.
So we have those tuners on there as well.
Yeah, so the same Schala locking tuners on these. I think that's pretty much what they have on everything. Really comfortable neck as well. Very, very comfortable indeed. So there you are, the Valentine to end all Valentines here then. So if maybe those other ones weren't quite special enough for you, if you really like this model and you want something a little bit more exclusive and limited, the BFR is available. That's very nice. Okay. There we go, thank you. We've got one more guitar, and by the way, if you've made it this far into the video, let me know by writing the word Pinky in the comments. That'll let me know if you've enjoyed this video so far to make it all the way to the end. That's a long time in lockdown, Luke. Okay. Right, last guitar. What's it going to be? Let's see. Wow. All right, so one last Cutlass in probably the most sort of contemporary of the finishes. That's like this very cool metallic green, but exactly the same configuration here. Really nice flamey roasted maple neck. They just feel so comfortable, so smooth. Music Man HSS pickup configuration here. Music Man's pickups as well often sound very good. They're quite detailed in the high end. So if you maybe found that certain S-style guitars in the past don't have quite enough cut for you, if you're playing with a lot of gain, for example, these work so well for that because they just cut through like nothing else. Really nice modern bridge piece on there again. And yeah, I hope that this translates through the video, but like I said, there'll be photos on the website by the time you see this of just how that's got a lovely sparkle to it. So hopefully that comes across. So there we are, folks. That was, what, 16 guitars, maybe 18? I lost count there, but it's good to see Music Man back in very strong numbers in the store. Head to the website if you want to find out any more information about any of these guitars. If you want to pick one up for yourself, I'll do it very quickly because I don't imagine these will stay. Very, very nice. So thank you very much for watching, folks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you stick around for part 2 of the mega unboxing, which is going to feature PRS guitars very shortly. So have a good day, take care, and we'll see you soon.